So fill up your cup as you listen in. Wake up in the morning with Shelly on WAPN. On WAPN.
Good Monday morning. How are you this morning? I'm back. Man, has it been a week. A busy week. But boy, am I thankful to be back. I love going on vacation, but I love coming home just as much. So we are back, ready to kick it in high gear. Came home to a burnt yard, or not burnt. I shouldn't say that because there were all kinds of fires yesterday, but dead everywhere. I mean, did our town freeze or what? It is so weird to drive around and see all the vegetation frozen. And then, of course, yesterday there was that horrible brush fire that shut down 95. So crazy. When we were in the air, I was looking down on, when we were landing, and I was like, wow, I can't believe to see no greenery in Florida. It's just weird. But we had a wonderful vacation, anniversary. I really appreciate getting to go away. I absolutely did nothing except eat, lay by the pool, lay on the beach, and relax. And I really needed that. So thankful for our time away and ready to, like I said, put it in high gear and get some stuff down around here. Came home, and I love coming home and getting everything done before I come back to work. I don't like to start my week off with all the stuff, the suitcases and the laundry and all that. So I took care of all that, and I have 2 galas this week, so I was finding dresses for that and my hair things, and just doing all things and excited and thankful. I am thankful to be part of WAPN. I'm thankful to be part of this town, this community. Thankful for Shane and Yvonne, who stepped up and took care of things while I was gone, and it's like welcome home when you walk back in the station. It's like a big hug. I turned on the station several times while I was gone just to check, because that's what I do. I did not, I'm so proud of myself, check the 2,000 emails while I was gone. I was going to, and I even had Shane do a code for me, and then I said, no, this is dumb. When you're on vacation, you need to be gone. And so I said, okay. Checking the station was just because, I would tell people about WAPN and we would turn the app on or whatever. It still amazes me, even though I own the place, that here we are in Mexico, and it sounds just as good as we are sitting right here. And I just love that. I love the technology of WAPN. I love that we can take it anywhere. I love that we can pray for people all around the world. It's just a very, very special place. So if you don't know about us, we are live here in Daytona Beach at WAPN 91.5 FM. There's like a 30-mile radius here in Daytona Beach. Our sister station is in Madison County. Good morning, Madison, 91.7 FM. And that reaches about another 25, 30-mile radius up there. We stream everything on our website, WAPN.net. That's where you can go and look at our program guide, and that's where you can go and put prayer requests and just information highway right there. And then we have YouTube, WAPN 91.5 FM. We have Facebook, Twitter, trying to do a little bit of everything, Instagram. And, I have not done TikTok. Probably will never, ever do TikTok. And whenever I say that, then something happens and I end up doing it. But I just feel like we need to reach the world in different ways and different technologies, because we all listen different ways. And so, but I do appreciate each and every one of you. I appreciate everybody that reached out to me and said, welcome home and the different things, and just ready for a great, great, great day. Like I said, this week is a little overbooked, but that's how I like it. So today we have Chief Williams going to be here at 10 o'clock this morning to talk all things Holly Hill and how we're doing in Holly Hill. We'll have some interviews this week. Like I said, I've got some information stuff to go to. My daughter is doing an information luncheon thing at my other daughter's shop this week, so I'm very excited about that. Just happy. Thankful, like I said, for our time away and for our anniversary. Tim and I have been married 32 years, and we still date, and we still enjoy just hanging out together. It's so cute because you don't have to entertain each other. He could be sitting there watching his show or whatever, and I could be laying in the sun, and then whatever we do, and just I thoroughly am thankful. some other exciting stuff going on at the house this week. So ready to just move on and see what God has planned for the rest of 2026. I believe that you do need to go away. I do believe you need to reset and regroup and be ready to kick it in gear. I know that WAPN is going to be participating in a couple different things this year, which I am excited about, and we will be announcing pretty soon. We have our new rock show on Friday nights, which is actually going to move to 2 nights a week starting pretty soon. And then we'll be moving to 5 days, it's 5 nights a week. So getting ready to gear that up into high gear. We're going to be part of a concert here in town coming up in June. So just want to really do some different things this year with WAPN and different ways to get the word out. That's the most important thing. The purpose of WAPN is to win souls to Christ. So that's why I do all the crazy things that I do and do the different ways of doing it, because people listen to things different ways. And so, the purpose is salvation, of course, for WAPN, if the one. We're always looking for the one. And then we love to pray for you. And so if you would like to bring a prayer request over to WAPN, head on over to our website, WAPN.net. Click on prayer requests, add your prayer request. People all over the world will be standing in the gap and praying for you. So those are just things that we do here at WAPN. If you're looking for airtime, I'm super excited because my friend June Wood is back on the air on Mondays at 3 o'clock. And she's a special lady in my life, and she's a prayer warrior. Just very big moment in my life when I met June. And I'm so thankful for her and so thankful that she's back to the family. And so, we're full circle here at WAPN. The door is never closed for you. And if you've thought about doing airtime and you thought, well, how can I do it? Or maybe you've thought about a prayer line. You said, well, they're all full. They might be full 12 to 1, but we can always find a place to do prayer line. Prayer line is a very special thing here on WAPN. My mama was a praying mama. Actually, she was the person that started prayer line here on WAPN all those years ago. And then as she got older and she got ill, she would put the app on and be having prayer line underneath her pillow, and that's how she would rest and sleep. And so it's just very special to me, prayer line. And as I get older and as my life changes, it's funny how the things that you do to honor and to respect and to do things. And going away really gave me some reflection on some things that I was thinking about and praying about. And, God just said, don't worry about that. And I was like, you're totally right. Why worry about some of the stuff? And, God's got it. He's got every single thing from the top of your head to your soles of your feet and everywhere in between. We're the ones that try to mess it up. We're the ones that try to control it or change it or manipulate it or whatever we're doing. And we just need to let go and let God. And I know that sounds so cliche and so easy, but really, when you let go and let God, it does change everything around you. And so that is something that I am trying to get better at. I'm a work in progress. I think we're all a work in progress in different ways. I'm very good about coming to work. I love my job. I love work. I love the people of WAPN. So that's easy. But some of the things that, that you're trying to take care of or do, that's when we want to multitask and control them. And God says, just let me do it. I've brought this into your life, or I've prepared you for this in your life. Now allow me to take over and take care of it. And so that's something that I've been learning to do. And, even like this morning when I walked in, there was all kinds of stuff going on here at WAPN. And I was on the phone with Tim, and I was getting frustrated. I'm not going to lie to you. I was getting myself in a tizzy, and I said, no, I am not going to let it steal my joy. We are on the air, and those are just stuff. In the grand scheme of everything, it's just stuff. And you need to prioritize your life. So if you got up this morning and maybe you got a little ache and a pain, thankful you got an ache and a pain. That means you're living. If you got up and you've got a job to go to, praise the Lord, you've got a job to go to. If you got something to eat this morning, there's something in your tummy. If we start taking our day, I love me some Monday. I do. People think I'm being sarcastic, but I actually love Monday. It's a clean slate. It's a great way to start a day. And then you get to figure out your week. And so allow God to help figure out this week. Allow him to lead this week and say, I've got a schedule. And I do. I have a schedule this week and it's pretty booked. But I'm going to give it to you, God. And you're going to work it out. And when you do that, the release of the situation is such a huge difference. I mean, once I said, this is your week. Like yesterday, I was doing all kinds of stuff, so I could start off the week strong. And I said, I'm just giving it to you. And, the next thing I knew, I was finding my dresses that I needed to find, getting this ready for this, doing this to get ready for that. And it was done. It was done. But when I was trying to control it and I was trying to take the wheel, I was getting sidetracked. I was doing this. I was doing that. But once I said, I'm just giving it to you, God, and you deal with it, everything fell in place. So why don't you do that right now? Start today prayed up. I mean, I get up early in the morning and I'm prayed up. There is a move this week in DC about praying and doing the Bible and all that. Very exciting. They've been talking about it. And, I feel there's just a move right now all over. I thought it was just with the young people, but I think there's actually a revival amongst everyone that we're excited to see what God's going to do. We're just feel that something is exciting in the air. And so when I got up early this morning, I, do the download. I ask God, what are we praying for today? And I always get a letter. And then I put the vows with it and I start praying for that. And then I have a grateful heart. It's so important to have a grateful heart. I'm thankful for my good health. I'm thankful for my time away. I'm thankful for my job to come back to. I'm thankful for my home. Thankful for the SUV. Start doing that. And then I always say, what are we going to do today? And today when I said that, I almost took it back because I was like, well, I already know I got a lot to do today, God. He says, you've got this. I've got this. We've got this. So I was like, oh yeah, no problem. And so if you change your stinking thinking, we're the ones with our stinking thinking that mess up the day. We do. We start saying this or that. And if you look at it and just go, we got this, you've got this, I've got this, we're going to do this. It changes everything. And so I was thinking about that as I was driving in, and I was praying for businesses as I was driving in. And I came around that corner and I said, thank you, Father, for the radio station. Thank you for this parking lot. Thank you for a strong tower. And I got myself excited to see what's going to happen today. And when you walk into whatever you're doing with excitement in your life and encouragement and ready to take it on, God is going to do something. And so that's how I feel about today. I'm ready. He's able, and we're going to do it. And so whatever you're dealing with this Monday morning and you feel like, well, how am I going to make it through? Well, you're going to make it through. Change your stinking thinking. Change the thing 1 inch below your nose and say, we are going to make it through. It is going to be a great day. I'm excited to see what God is going to do. And then hold on, because he's got something planned for you, for your business, for your family, for your relationship, for whatever has been going on. He's ready and able and willing to take care of it for you. And so when you do all that, then I started getting excited and I started going through stuff and things just started happening. I mean, I was going through thousands of emails and I've already went through half of them. And then I was praying for one of my friends, and I don't even know the situation, but I know that I was supposed to step in and pray for her parents. And so I started praying for her parents. It's weird because that's something I kind of forget to do, is pray for other people's parents, because I don't have parents and Tim doesn't have parents. So I kind of forget to do that. And then God says, pray for the parents today. And so I started praying for parents today. And that just led me on a whole different rabbit hole. So if you have nothing to pray for this Monday morning, pray for the parents. Pray for wise decisions. Pray for good health. Pray to honor them and to protect them and to help them. And it will just change your whole day. Well, y'all, I'm excited about today. I'm going to get off the air and I'm going to go take care of 1,000 things I need to take care of. But let's get our favor on and let's get this day going. If you can learn to stay in the attitude of faith in your darkest hour and boldly declare the favor of God, nothing is going to be able to keep you down. Nothing is going to be able to keep you down. It is going to be a great Monday. I'm excited and I can't wait to see what God's going to do. Well,